What's happening on the entertainment front?
Two things actually. Okraku Mantey has been nominated for the position of Deputy Minister of Tourism, Art and Culture, and then latest on Okraku Polo. So we start with Okraku Mantey.
Yeah,
Okraku Mantey.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So the news came out about 3 days ago that he had been nominated for that position by the president, and so the people in the creative sector are actually expecting some approval ultimately from Parliament so that he becomes the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. And you know how most people have actually campaigned for this, that we have somebody from the creative space to be the minister, the Deputy Minister, if you like. Yeah. So I think most people will be happy. Yes, not everybody though.
So I have a question though.
Yeah.
And I know that the ministerial roles are more policy roles and policy direction and so on. But he's a music person.
Yeah.
How much impact are we really going to feel in the rest of the space? You know.
Yes. So I think most of us know Okraku Mantey for the music side, being the CEO of Slip Music. He's produced Dasibre Jamina, Nanatu 4, Hindibaki C, Lord Kenya, and the list goes on. Yeah. And even Kumi Guitar some time ago. So he's a big wig in that space. But he's also produced some movie series on television before, Ifira, for example.
Executive
the other time I heard him in one interview where he was saying most people don't know the other sides of him, as in doing other things in the creative industry apart from music. And I know maybe it's because largely he has made himself visible in the music space because of what he does in there. He has a bit of radio administration as well to work and all that. But I believe that Okraku Mantey is somebody who has matured through all the things that he does. At a point in time, he had to go back to school to get a degree, to get a master's degree as well in public administration. So I think he's somebody who tried as much as possible to nurture his dream from the outset. And I'm not surprised that he actually got into politics, because for some time he was so much involved in the Creative Arts for Change group that was formed by some MPP members in the creative industry, trying to push their party's ideologies when it comes to entertainment and the creative arts. So I believe that for somebody who knows the space and somebody who has even served as the Creative Arts Council interim president since 2017, I think he knows the space so well. He was very instrumental in the passage of the Creative Arts law as well. And so we expect so much from him at this time that he has been nominated, and we're waiting for the approval though. But I believe that if he actually considered the plea or the cry of the creative industry people, and he doesn't make it all about himself and his party, he's going to excel. Now, I would wish that he becomes biased in that industry, because it is Ministry of Tourism, Creative Art and Culture, right? But for a long time, the tourism sector has been put together well. Some time ago, it had its own autonomous ministry until the creative industry was merged with it. So the creative sector isn't that structured and developed as the tourism sector. And he coming on board as deputy minister, I know one of the reasons maybe he was brought on was to help bring ideas from the creative space into policy making. So to me, even though he will become deputy minister for tourism, art and culture, I wish that he becomes more biased toward the creative industry. So it gives some push to that sector. And I know, that kind of symbiotic relationship between tourism and culture. Once we develop the arts, I know we would have some improvements in tourism as well. So I would wish that he focuses more on that.
Arts and culture, Ole, your thoughts?
I personally do not know Mark Okraku Mantey. I only know him from what we saw on TV when we were growing up.
The wicked man on TV.
Yeah, he was he was Ghana's Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
And anytime you mention Okraku Mantey, he's going to be the mean one.
The fierce one that everybody's shivering.
So my contribution to this is very simple. He should equally be mean towards the policies that would benefit creatives. That's all I gotta say, because I'm sure there is so much hope and faith reposed in him for someone who has been in the system long enough. He is head of the Creative Arts Council. As a result, he's been able to help get us the Creative Arts Bill, which is promising. We are yet to see the Creative Arts building or institute that was promised as well. We are yet to see it. But I'm sure now that he's gotten the nomination, he would make sure that when he gets into office, that would happen. For the music bits, regardless of the fact that he has not shown signs of strength in other areas, I think it's about time we paid attention to how we export our music, you know, because that is what Nigeria is doing anyways. I mean, regardless of their movies and stuff like that, it's music that's actually boosting their economy.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a great add-on or strength to our space. And I just hope they allow him to work, you know, because the creative arts ministry or industry has been neglected for so long. It's one of the ministries that I think does not get a lot of support, you know, and there's so many frustrations here and there. So I'm just praying and hoping that he gets the needed arsenals, the needed resources to push the ministry and so on and so forth. And then after 4 years, we'll come back and see what is done. And then hopefully we can say some great things about this appointment. So,
yeah, let me add that this will not be the first time we'll be having somebody from the creative sector as Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture.
That's true.
2013, we had Jifa Ablangomashi, yes, as the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts.
Yeah.
Then,
before you continue, are there lessons we can learn from her time?
I think she did so well during that time. I actually monitored some of the things that she did, sometimes going around certain schools to teach them art, dance, and all that. I remember so well. And I also remember that it was during that time that they birthed this whole idea of Creative Arts Council.
Yeah.
They laid down the foundation, the Creative Arts Bill and all that during that same period. And so I believe this new administration is just building on what they laid during that time.
Okay.
And so they should just be focused on that. And I know all the we all know the promises they made to us through the manifesto. And people are really watching, looking forward to seeing something better come out of that.
yeah.
All right. So fantastic. I mean, let's watch and see.
Yeah, I mean, at
Watch
this point in
space.
time, there's
Let's
not
watch
much
and
to
see.
say. You just got to watch and see.
All right.
Yeah.